I feel like when I first was researching low carb diets, I wanted to know the differences between paleo, keto, and carnivore. And so I'm going to tell you that now. So paleo is eating the way our Paleolithic ancestors ate, which includes meat, fish, fruits, vegetables, and seeds. So no grains, no legumes, no processed foods and sugar, and no dairy. Paleo diets are a low carbohydrate diet, but I would say it's more of like a moderate. You're eating starchy vegetables and fruit, so that's where you're getting your carbohydrates. People do it to regulate insulin and your blood sugar, help with digestion, really get out of the processed foods that are marketed to us nonstop. So I kind of feel like, a lot of people start with paleo, go keto, and go carnivore. So let's talk about keto next. So keto puts you in a state of ketosis where you're burning fat for energy, and it's very high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. So what's limited are fruits, legumes, they have vegetables, dairy they have, and sugars and processed foods, which are sugars. So because you're having very low carbohydrates, like under 50 a day, you have much better blood sugar regulation. You can help control cravings because you're not having all those sugars. Even sugars from vegetables and fruits can, keep those cravings alive if you're dealing with that. And so, in the process of getting rid of those sugars, a lot of people report that there's a keto flu. So some people just don't like that. But you are, still including vegetables. You're having lots of fat, lots of meat, moderate meat, and you're trying to stay in ketosis. That's the main goal of the ketogenic diet. For me, I also think that the keto diet includes some stuff that I didn't want to include. So that's why I went one level deeper to carnivore. Keto treats and things like that. There's a lot of marketing around keto, things sweetened with monk fruit. And for me, I feel like that doesn't address for people the food addiction piece of regulating your blood sugar. Yes, you might regulate your blood sugar because you're not using things that are going to affect it, but you're still eating sweet things and you're still keeping that hunger alive for those highly hyper palatable things. So to me, it goes a big leap away from eating like our ancestors, because our ancestors only ate fruit when it was available in season. So moving on to carnivore, completely meat-based diet. So meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. So some people don't love it because it tends to be the most restrictive, but I would argue for the right people, the right audience, it is the most effective because you are completely removing sugar. You do not eat any of it. You'll see that there are some carnivores that have started to eat fruit. That's a whole other topic. Kind of hits your liver a different way, so it doesn't affect your blood sugar as much, but that's a whole other topic. But traditional carnivore is that you're eating all meat-based. Some people think it's super highly restrictive, but while others think it is the restriction that makes them successful on the carnivore diet. That's me. But if you're someone that is dead set on keeping certain things in your diet, paleo might be the way for you because it is a tad restrictive, but it has to be in order to avoid all of the crap that we have on the shelves in our grocery stores. But it is unprocessed and it is more of a balanced macronutrient diet. And keto is a bit more restrictive. And so on keto, you're having way less carbs, so much better blood sugar management. And the bonus is that you can go into ketosis and start telling your body to burn fat for fuel. And of course, carnivore is at the other end where you are also in ketosis and you are eating pretty restrictive, but giving your body the most nutrient-dense foods with nothing else. Again, I think the trend that I see is that many people have tried South Beach and Atkins, all sorts of other diets, right? Weight Watchers, all sorts of different plans, go to eating a Paleolithic diet to help give themselves some guardrails, to help make food decisions that are more balanced. If the weight loss stalls or if they're still having gut issues or nutrient deficiencies, then I think a lot of them more for the weight loss reason will go to keto. And for carnivore, I think people who have been on keto for a long time and are still overeating on keto treats or have stalled in their weight loss or their healing, then they go to carnivore, because carnivore is just a next level of keto where you're able to heal while staying in a fat adapted state. I hope this is helpful.